from CrossFit South Bend. Today I'm here with Will, Katie, and their son Wayne, and they just finished a few months of one-on-one nutrition coaching, so thank you guys so much for being here. So you guys both lost about 20 pounds each, which is incredible. You guys did a fantastic job. Tell us what life and food was like before we started working together. Like, what motivated you to want to change the way you were eating?
Yeah, well, I think we have multiple reasons. So for me, when we started the nutritional coaching, Wayne was 7 months old. And so for me, I was at the point where I had that stubborn baby fat that I wanted to get back to my pre-baby weight. And on top of that, we wanted to change our eating habits so that we could set good examples for him, who at that point was just starting to eat, whole finger foods.
Yeah.
What about for you, Will?
That's the same. I'd have the baby weight to lose, but I did have some weight that I had been gaining year after year after year and wanted to lose. And
So what do you guys think about this way of eating when I initially told you about it? Did it seem like it was going to be easy? Did you feel like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a major change? Like, before we even started, like when we were talking about what you guys were going to be doing, how did you feel about things?
Well, I think it was going to be a major change for us, mainly because we hardly ever ate vegetables prior to this.
Okay.
As weird as that sounds now, it got to a point where, we pick up, a head of broccoli or some green beans at the grocery store. At the beginning of the week, we wouldn't cook it, then it would go bad. So it kind of was just this cycle of we stopped buying vegetables because it will go bad, and kind of that vicious cycle. And for me too, it was a little bit intimidating that we didn't really cook at home that often. We ate out a lot, and so the idea of having to plan every meal of the week and do all that cooking and cleaning, it was a little bit daunting at first.
yeah, it's just gonna be. I knew it was just more work.
Yeah.
Which sucks, but it's something that needed to be done.
Yeah, definitely. So take us through the journey. Like, take us through like month 1, 2, and 3. Like, what sort of stuff did you notice? Like, you start to gradually change food, then you did the whole 30. Like, what things did you guys notice over the course of doing this, I guess?
I felt like instead of always getting full, like with the fast food, you get full pretty easily.
Yeah.
2 or 3 pieces of pizza, you're full. A burrito, you're full. With this, I felt like I was eating larger portions.
Yeah.
Of steak, hamburgers, chicken, lots more vegetables, and then I would start getting hungry, like in between meals a little bit. So then I started like upping my portions of those meals, and then realized beforehand I would eat like 2 or 3 pieces of pizza for dinner or lunch, and then in between I'd have another piece of pizza or something just as equally as bad for a snack. And just eating the meals and cutting out the snacks, and then realizing the different portions and the quality of food was instrumental, I think, initially. And then just it snowballed from there, and just switching up varieties, trying new we try a new vegetable once every week. Some things were good, some things were scrapped, but now it's how it's grown from the first month, which was all experimentation, more work, more cooking. Now it's just kind of grown into routine and a lot easier to do, and it's habit forming, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic.
I agree with that.
So a lot of times, so you guys obviously did fantastic in terms of inches lost and weight loss and body fat percentage down and all the rest of that. Sometimes we like to talk about non-scale victories, cravings going down, sleeping better, energy, mood, things like that. Anything like that you guys ran into in terms of like more energy throughout the day, or fewer cravings, or anything like that?
Yeah, I definitely found that I had more energy throughout the day once we started really eating clean. And on top of that, we need a lot of energy to keep up with him.
Yeah, definitely.
So that was really helpful, and I did find that I had fewer cravings. I have prior to this, like, I have a huge sweet tooth. I mean, I would eat bags of gummy bears at a time. Craved candy and anything sweet, and now I'm at the point where I can pass that stuff up, and I've definitely seen those types of cravings reduced, so that was really awesome.
Awesome. How about you, Will?
I can't remember what the question was.
So basically just like any like improvements in energy or mood or cravings or anything, like things that go beyond the scale.
Like after the first month, I think we talked about this in our second meeting, that I asked you, I'm hungry between meals and what I was doing, but since then I have had any kind of need for like snacks or anything like that. As far as like body, like I have more energy, I feel better. The biggest thing I feel like is, my hips were a complete mess when we started this. They were always hurting. I always wake up, I couldn't like always straighten out my back the entire way, and I haven't, like, since I started losing the weight and started, I don't know, just since we started this, the pain and the tightness and the soreness has basically been reduced, a significant amount. Not a little bit, but like a significant amount, where I referee, like if I referee on a Saturday, on Sunday I don't wake up sore or anything like that. Whereas beforehand I'd have to take like 25, 35 minutes just to stretch out, just so I could walk around like a normal person.
Wow, that's amazing. So you guys are both professionals. You've got a young son, you've got a lot of different responsibilities, hobbies, all these different things. If you could go back and time travel and talk to Will and Katie before they started, or just talk to people in a similar situation about, like, you guys have a lot of things on your plate. Like, what would you say to someone who's thinking about doing this but isn't sure they can do it with all the commitments that they have, and work and family and all these different things going on?
Yeah, what I would tell myself and anyone else is that in life we have to prioritize everything that we have on our plates, and so some things are negotiable and some things are not. And what I really found out from this journey is that the nutrition piece of it is really one of those non-negotiable pieces, and even if you feel like you don't have time for it, you have to make time and maybe give up something else, because ultimately, when we're not taking care of ourselves, then we can't take care of everyone else, like our son or our job. And so what I found is that it's really trickled down to every other aspect of my life. And knowing that this has to be number one priority, even though it is more work, doing the planning and the shopping and the cooking and cleaning, but you just have to make time for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you'll be thankful you did, because it makes everything else that much easier with that improved energy level, and all that good stuff. So that's
awesome.
Where I'm landing.
Perfect. All right, guys. Well, can't thank you enough for doing the program. I'm super proud of the effort you guys put in. You guys did a fantastic job. Like I said, you guys have a lot of stuff on your plate, and even with all that, you guys were able to, make fantastic progress. So, awesome job. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next time.